This guy is making me say, what the hell, man?
Ladies and gentlemen,
right-wing Trump fascists
to the Russians and the Chinese
are controlled by the same exact people.
completely free of charge.
What the hell, man? I'm not in the tourism business, but it looks like Grozny, the capital of Chechnya, topped off the holiday season's list of destinations for disgraced ex-US military personnel and former UN weapons inspectors who also happen to be shameless boosters for dictators and who also happen to be convicted sex offenders. Sounds like a bit of a niche demographic, huh? But this is actually the precise description of one Scott Ritter. This guy kicked off the new year in the North Caucasus. I mean, when it comes to travel, the pickings must be slim for a guy in Scott's position when I imagine even the neighborhood park is off limits. But it's not just a lack of options that took Scott to a Russian fiefdom where purges of minorities are the norm. He actually supports the leadership there. And no, Scott isn't there with Kris Kringle from the 1970 Christmas special Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That's Ramzan Kadyrov, the brutal warlord who rules Chechnya as a puppet of Vladimir Putin. So while Scott Ritter was in Grozny, he addressed thousands of Chechen soldiers.
Я знаю, вы героем Мариуполь. Я знаю, вы героем Луганск, Донецк, Херсон, Zaporizhzhia. Я знаю.
Wait, did he seriously say that Chechens were the heroes of Mariupol, where Russia and its Chechen allies almost completely depopulated a city of 500,000 people, where the Russians bombed a theater full of civilians that had the word children written in huge letters in front of it? Yes, that literally says deity, children in Russian. I guess that's par for the course for a guy who recently had this to say about the situation in the Middle East.
I not only do not condemn Hamas, I applaud Hamas. I endorse Hamas. I am 100% behind Hamas.
100% behind Hamas. Hamas, you know, the murderous Iran-backed terrorists who slaughtered over 1,000 people back in October and are still holding more than 100 hostages in the Gaza Strip. Talk about a broken moral compass. In fact, if you ask me, this guy doesn't have one. Folks, a guy like Scott, this is the profile of a person dictators look for and love when they need supporters. Someone who's desperate and whose sense of right and wrong has clearly been corrupted. Someone who says the Russians are the good guys in Ukraine. And someone who apparently stands behind terrorist organizations like Hamas. I mean, this guy is at the Russian Special Forces Academy. I don't know if he was weird before he got into autocrats or if the autocrats made him weird. But kids, stay away from dictators or you're going to end up with some pretty odd company on your next vacation. And as for you, Scott Ritter, what the hell, man?